Triggs just joined the block party. Yeah, he mad because I said something from his email, but I mean, he was steady sitting there lying, talking about he never threatened me, and I'm like, dude, you've already apologized to me about that before. Like, I was bringing up something he was lying about. And it's whatever. Like, I don't want Triggs to try to hurt me, but I know it's nothing I could do to stop him. I know that that's what he been planning on doing for a long time because he been telling me that. And again, all our emails is just me asking him to do favors for me. So what do I care about him showing our emails? I feel like someone slid Triggs some info about you, but he needs you to look like the bad guy before he goes in on you. Nothing else makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I don't know what info he could possibly have. I'm a pretty squeaky clean person. I don't know what I mean, I'm like I said, I'm genuinely interested in what it could be. I don't have no like abandoned kids. I don't have no arrests. I don't have no, so I don't know what it could be, but I know that whatever it is, he's been wanting to expose me and hurt me for a long time. Because why would he keep bringing it up? He's steadily always like, every time he get a little bit angry, he's telling me that he's holding back, and I better be glad he's holding back. And like nobody else talks to me like that but Triggs. So, you know, booka book, you goofy. Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. You know, I don't know why he been sitting around recording me or storing up data. Because I can tell you this, it doesn't go both ways. Like, I don't have any ammo at Triggs. I don't spend no time studying Triggs. I don't care where he works. All I said was he let me take over his show, and part of his show was boring one time. And he reacted like I did something to him. So for him to say I'm the one that need everybody to agree with me, it seemed like he's just extra sensitive to criticism from me. And I don't need to criticize him. I was doing him a favor telling him that part of his show was boring, and he need to move on because that shit was boring. This the thanks I get. Like, it's whatever. Just know I'ma just say this: all this shit he talking about black men and black women. This black woman didn't try to hurt that black man. I haven't gathered evidence on that man. I don't be thinking about him when we not in the sector. I'm not trying to hurt his feelings. If that black man is trying to hurt me, a black woman, that's literally a choice he made. And I'm not the one that's been making this about like black men and black women. My criticism was at that one person. And he wanted to try to tie it in as if I'm painting him into something as a black man, but I'm not. I didn't bring up any of those talking points. I said Triggs be threatening me. Triggs be acting like he gonna hurt me, like he got info on me that he just bursting at the seams to put out at me. And now he trying to pretend like what? I forced him to do it because I said his name, because I said part of his show was boring, because I said he'd be threatening to try to hurt me, as he's literally sitting there threatening to try to hurt me. And the only way I could stop him from hurting me or doxing me or hurting my feelings or humiliating me or whatever it is to never say his name again. I mean, to me, that sounds unreasonable. It's the sector. Like, why I can't say his name? I'm not forcing him to try to hurt me and destroy my life and humiliate me because I said his name. And who is he to try to put such a limitation on me? Like, why is he so sensitive I can't say his name? Who is he? Who is he? Like, why his name can't be said without him trying to what? Go after a place I worked at? Or like what is I don't get none of that. I don't understand where he's coming from. And like I said, I kept trying to like, what are you on? Why are you saying these things? But he is only interested in getting his excuse to try to hurt me. Or like I said, he's so sensitive and hurt every time I say anything critical about him. He need me to never say his name again, or he gonna get me. Like, what the fuck type of, like, how, where they do that at? Is it anybody else in the sector that Triggs is so sensitive to their criticism that they can't say his name? Is that weird, or is that just me? And if he think I shouldn't have told people that he apologized to me in an email for threatening me after I said his show was boring that one time, I mean, that's fair. I didn't think it was private information, but I mean, what, do he want to show my emails back? No, he want to go try to hurt my career. That's the punishment for saying that he sat there and claimed he never threatened me before, and I had to remind him, you actually already apologized to me for doing that to me before. You're lying on me. You're making it seem like I'm making it look like a black man threatened me when you are a black man who already apologized for threatening me. Like, so because I had to pull out a receipt because you was lying, now that means that you have to do what now? Like, how the math ain't mathing for me. The math ain't mathing. I don't really understand what's really going on? What's good? Like, and he's saying I can't say his name, but what did I say about him that's so terrible? That he be threatening to try to hurt me? Because I mean, like, but he did though. And I would have never brought up the email if he wasn't playing the victim and trying to paint me out with some talking points. Like, I be talking shit about black men trying to threaten. Like, he tried to turn this into a whole racial gender war thing, playing the victim like I attacked him because he a black man. And it's like, no, sir, I haven't said this about, I'm talking about you because you have threatened me before over something very minor. Like, and now you trying to paint me out as if I hate black men. And that's not fair to me, but I'm not supposed to stick up for myself. You're just supposed to paint that narrative about me, then lie and say I painted a narrative about you even after I proved that what I said you did, right? So my only recourse is to never ever say your name again, or you gonna release some private information about me you got that may or may not be true. Like, how is that fair? Like, why do you get to bully me out of ever saying your name? Why is that fair? Why is that something I should honor? Especially when I think, even if I did never say your name, you've been itching to release whatever it is you have about me. I don't know if you're going to release it yourself or pass it off to Shakim, but you've been wanting to humiliate and humble me for a long time. And, you know, when I was cupcaking with that one guy, you know, the guy who begged me to cupcake with him again, but still sit back and let people paint it as if I was the one hunting him down. When that guy got so mad when Triggs was jokingly asking me out and making little songs about me, and I was trying to tell him behind the scenes, like, dude, I'm trying to tell you, Triggs definitely doesn't like me. I don't even know how much he likes sisters, to tell you the truth, but that nigga definitely don't like me. Like, he is definitely just trying to, like, cause division between, like, us, you know? But it was no talking sense to that person. There was no talking sense to him. So, yeah, I always knew Triggs was out to get me because, like I said, every time he get a little bit angry, he be threatening me. And the fact that he really tried to bully me out of admitting my truth about him threatening me, that shit is wild. Like, why would he spend all that time threatening me and telling me that he got information he gonna release about me, and then the second he get mad, do exactly what I said he threatened me he would do, but he still don't want to take credit for threatening me? Like, did I make that shit up? Did I make it up that Triggs has been telling me that he has info on me and he's gonna try to hurt me, and I'm lucky he hasn't gone in on me? I mean, how he gonna get mad that I told everybody he threatened me with that and then immediately do the thing he threatened to do? Like, how does any of this add up? Like, am I missing the, like, what's really going on? Like, if you don't want me telling people you threatened me, how about you don't threaten me? And if you want people to believe you didn't threaten me, how about you don't do exactly the thing I told them you've been threatening me you would do? So what is he on? Like, what type of man is Triggs? You know, I can't say his name or he gonna dox me or humiliate me or something. But why though? But at the same time, he want to paint the narrative that I can't take criticism, and I be getting mad when people don't agree with me. Who have I threatened about saying my name or criticizing me? Who have I done that to? Like, when have I ever done that? He was afraid that you'll make this a black woman, black male issue because we've seen that before. So let me get this straight. He was scared that I was going to make it a black man, black woman issue. So he made it a black man, black woman issue. Does that make sense? How am I responsible for that? And I never did that. I've gotten in different kerfuffles with plenty of different men and women and never turned it into that issue. So maybe he got a guilty conscience, but I haven't done anything to make him believe I was going to do that. As a matter of fact, Stephen was saying that Stephen had made a post about how Triggs doesn't defend black women, and then he laughed at me like I was stupid because allegedly it was a joke. But I can't keep up with Stephen telling me this is a joke and this was real and this was trolling and I said that just to make you mad, but you wrong for being mad. Like, I can't keep up with Stephen's different personalities. I can't keep up. But I went all out of my way to say that's not true about Triggs, and Triggs has defended all these different black women. If I wanted to say that Triggs didn't defend black women, I would say that. I don't have no problem saying how I feel. So how is it justified that this man is threatening me and then turning it into a black man issue when I haven't threatened him and I haven't turned it into a black man's issue? Like, why can't Triggs be responsible for his own behavior? Why am I responsible for all the weird shit he missed? Why can't he be the one to explain why he's so sensitive about getting any criticism about his show? Again, I didn't criticize that man about his family, his life, his looks. The only criticism I've given him is about his show. And this is why he need me to never speak his name again. Like, what are we, lovers? What is he? Why is he so emotional over me saying little things about him? I don't even be talking about him bad. But I mean, I've criticized slander, I've criticized pills, I've criticized like so many other people, men and women, and it didn't result with them reacting the way Triggs is reacting. So why would I put this on black men? It's funny how people like Triggs want to say, they want to pick and choose these lies they tell about me, right? They want to sit here and say like, I turn everything into a black man issue, which I don't. But these the exact same dudes that's mad that I get along with other black men. They want to tell people like pills, right, that it's something wrong with him because we get along. So if I turn everything into a black male issue, like, how come I be getting along with black guys? Like, why is that? So which one is it? Or then they'll want to say the only men that get along with me is because these men are let me walk all over them. But the only person who has complained about me walking all over them on their show is Triggs. Pills ain't never let me take over his show and then complain about it after it all happened. So is it, I mean, which one is it? It's just like P be calling the dudes I get along with my pips. I don't send them on no errands. They don't be out here white knighting for me. In one breath, they'll be like, them is your pips. And then this happened with P. Then he's saying, well, how come defrauding didn't fight your battles? Well, because he's not my pip. Because that's some weird shit you made up. Because there's something wrong with you and you can't get along with women. So do I hate black men or I get along with black men? Like, how can it be both? How you gonna tell me I dominate the men I'm cool with, but you the only one ever crying about me dominating you and your show? Now, I would dare say it's some men in the sector who actually just like having me on their panel. And they like to hear me cook, and they don't have no problem with it if I come up there and take over for a few minutes, if I do happen to take over for a few minutes. But that's my relationship with those men. But they want to call these men soft. So, you know, I know when me and Pills did have our little kerfuffle, Pills was talking shit to me and I was talking shit to him. He ain't never sit around threatening me for months. He ain't do no type of weird research on me, trying to expose me and humiliate me. So when we made up